Hey everybody, it's Rob the Mellow Guy here, and I'm back at you with another video update for the channel. Today's video, I thought a little outside the box and I said, how about I go over the list that's out for Record Store Day. Record Store Day here in the US is coming upon us soon. It's April 12th, so next weekend. It's a big deal if you are here in the US. For all my international viewers right now, I'll kind of explain it. Record Store Day is a day where you have, well, from what I thought it was, you're supposed to go to record stores or music stores, support, and they would have special releases, right? You would have certain editions re-released, limited editions, demos, this and that, exclusive to Record Store Day. Then you would also have limited pressings. There's a variety of things. I'm sure if you actually probably go on the website or something, you could look into more detail. But I started getting, I guess, paying attention to Record Store Day because a friend and I, when I was in college, it had to be around 2013, he had said, hey, it's Record Store Day this weekend. And so I was like, yeah, you go and check out, record stores support. And some record stores have a limited edition releases you can get. And I said, oh, okay. So for us, the only close record store was this thrift store and something that sold records, right? Used records and some new. But we show up and there was nothing really, right? There was no Record Store Day releases. But my friend, he says to the owner, he's like, oh yeah, it's Record Store Day. And the guy goes, oh, I guess I should give you guys discounts. And my friend was like, to me, that's not how it works, but just play along. And sure enough, we were able to get some good finds that day for discounted prices. Another interesting story about that guy, my friend and I, we would go there, and there's this one time we're looking through the records. Somebody comes into the store and they say, how much is the dresser for, right? Because it was a thrift store that sold a variety of different things. Guy had a lot of boxes of records, right, he was selling, and so that's why we went. But this one person was looking at a dresser, and the owner of the store goes, well, I got to call my wife because she's the one that sets the price. And the guy's just looking. He looks at us and he's thinking, he has to call his wife to verify. And that wasn't the only time the guy had to call his wife. And actually one time when his wife was actually there, it was kind of funny because she was bossing him around, and we got a kick out of it. My friend Daniel and I, we used to go there. We stopped because the guy started to get a little ridiculous with the prices when it would come to because again, he would base things off of eBay. Right, so I'll never forget, he had Black Sabbath Born Again. And I was like, yeah, I'd like to get this album. He goes, let me check eBay, $100. And I just said, what? So one person on eBay says $100, that's what they're charging for it. You want to try to charge me? No, I'm sorry. And he would do that, right? My friend Daniel would go, why is that record on your wall $60? And this record over here, there was no rhyme or reason. And again, that's what happens. And the funny thing is, he had a $3 bin, but sometimes, because again, he didn't know what he had. He just put stuff in bins, and we say, oh, this was in the $3 bin. He goes, oh, I feel like this is a really valuable record. I'm going to have to maybe charge you guys more. And we just be like, so eventually we stop. But getting back, Record Store Day in the US, it's a thing, and they have a list of all the releases so people can see beforehand, what they want. And I decided for this video, hey, we'll go through the list together. And even if you're not in the US, what usually tends to happen is a lot of these releases from Record Store Day, they go online, eBay, some of the independent record stores, I believe, are allowed to sell the next day. They can start selling them online. And the website, if you go to Record Store Day's website, they actually have links to where you can buy from certain record stores, I believe, the day after. So let me get on my glasses here, as I do have glasses. I'm getting older. I actually got solicited for a retirement home in my city. I think they got confused. It was 55 and up. I actually joked. I said I should go to the showing and see what they say, because they'll be like, well, you're not 55 and up. And I'll say, you sent me the advertisement in the damn mail, so I don't know why, Yeah. It looked like a nice place, too. They've been building up there. Go figure. Those people, pretty nice facility. They got a pool, got a track, I think. It's up in the hills. Those older people sure making out. Not like in the old days where they stuck them in a room, you know, it was small, and the orderlies used to make them do arts and crafts, and there you go. Senior living's changed. But anyway, let's get into the list. So here it is, Record Store Day releases. Let me check here. We got Black Sabbath, the Eternal Idol. Not a huge fan of that album, to be honest, but some people do like that period of Black Sabbath, and if you're interested, it's being re-released. It's going to be actually a first release for Record Store Day, and on LP. There you go. And then nothing else really caught my list on the first page here. Well, if you like 90s rock, the band Belly, I remember this band because they had a song in the movie Mallrats. Their album King is going to be on vinyl. I don't know if it's probably been a while. I don't think they've done that for a long time. They put that album on vinyl. Actually, it's supposedly Record Store Day first, so there you go. Oh, Carcass, Necroticism. That's going to be released. I'm pretty sure they say it's a limited run, but it's being released through Earache, so I wouldn't be surprised if after Record Store Day, Earache is going to just press some more copies of Necroticism. I'd be very shocked if somehow this was just limited to only Record Store Day. I feel like Earache, when they do this, yeah, they're putting it out for a limited run maybe, but they'll do more if it sells. I would hope so. Let's see here. There's nothing else. Patsy Cline, if you're into Hirsch, they got Lost Recordings. So there you go, Patsy Cline. Yeah. Next page. Let's go here. We got, first thing that caught my attention was Deicide, Once Upon the Cross. This is going to be the 30th anniversary, probably a special color variant. That's what I think I looked into, I've read, and it's being released through Real Gone Music. I'm trying to remember. I thought, wasn't that on Roadrunner? They put that album out. So, again, I'm really, my feeling is with Deicide, I would like the first 3 albums to be reissued, regular black vinyl, maybe some vinyl, other variants, different colors, fine, what have you. That seems to be the case nowadays. We'll see. You know, I would like that to be, I don't know why. Again, it's always been, did Roadrunner just not want to do anything with those albums? I've never understood who has the licensing, the rights to put those albums out. Because I know the albums on Earache, they're available, right? I know a lot of those albums are on vinyl, CD, and you can get those, right? They're not as challenging to find or purchase. So we will have to see with that. I'm hoping Deicide, Once Upon the Cross, and the other album. I like the self-titled to actually get a vinyl release. I get it on black vinyl as well. Just have it reissued because it's very hard to find that album on vinyl. Dokken, Beast from the East live. If you're into Dokken, they got that live album there. What else here? Fleetwood Mac. What the hell? How many? I don't think they have too many vinyls. They always get released. The Cure has some too, I see. Head on the Door picture disc, if you're a fan of The Cure. That's going to be available. We'll see. I'm sure that will go fast. The Goth Girls will be snatching that up. Oh, the band Goblin. They did the Dario Argento horror film, Suspiria. And they collaborated with him, I think, on some other films. Part of that kind of progressive rock, haunting, sounding music with his films. Goblin. They've also played live. They played here in the Bay Area, I know, quite a few times, actually. I know they played at the Oakland Metro. People I am acquaintances with, they went and they told me about it. So I guess it was good. But yeah, they got a release. It's going to be coming out for Record Store Day here. And there you go. The Grateful Dead, for all the Deadheads, live in the Beacon Theater in New York. It's a 5 LP box set. You know, those Deadheads, you can really get them. I mean, I've been to a Rasputin's once, and sure enough, there was a Deadhead, and he was purchasing whatever they had that he didn't have in his collection. They sure are supportive. Hank III has a Rebel Within, but I wouldn't buy it because it's on Curb Records. And if you want, I interviewed Hank III for my YouTube channel. It's in my past videos. I did a 2-part interview, actually, because it was long. I split it up. when I had my college radio show. Very nice guy, the grandson of the great Hank Williams. He's the son of Hank Jr., but his style of outlaw country I've always liked. He also is a huge fan of punk and metal. He has different projects. He played in a punk band with Phil Anselmo and Mike Nine from I Hate God, Arson Anthem. He also played in Superjoint Ritual with Phil Anselmo. He played bass in that. Superjoint, it's all right. Kind of, again, Blackened-ish Death. Again, sludge. Phil kind of did that while he was in Pantera. Very, very much influenced by trying, taking like the black metal influence with slight death metal, punk. But to me, it was more like, it's not really black and death. It's more like mainstreamed extreme music, if you know what I mean there. It's all right. I'm not a huge fan of it. But like Hank III, he's a cool dude. Did that interview. But he said that anything on Curb, I don't think he gets much of the money. And also, Curb was horrible to him. They treated him really bad. So when I see that, I'm kind of like, Rebel Within is a good album, but I feel bad because it's almost like, how much is Hank III really getting? If he's getting something from this release, like he actually makes some money, buy it, support him. But my concern is like, what's Curb doing with this, right? Because they've actually put out an album, and he even said, I had no decision about it. Like, they put some release, I think it was called Long Gone Daddy. We were talking about it during the interview, and he said, like, I'm not going to get anything from it. Like, Curb was horrible when it came to the deal. So just throw that out there for you people. Got to do your research, because sometimes these artists, they have no say. Like, the record label that has the rights, they're putting this out, and the artists that actually create the music, they don't get a dime. Scott Ian has a release coming out. It's called Black Knight Sword of Rage. Jackpot Records. Doesn't really interest me, sorry. I like the early Anthrax, that's about it. Anything with John Bush, I kind of checked out. Didn't like it. Judas Priest, live in Atlanta, 1982. If you're a fan of Judas Priest and you want to get a live album, hopefully it's a good live recording. It's not one of those live albums where the recording sucks and I guess you just get to say you have it. I guess you're a fan of the Jesus Lizard. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I've heard their name quite a bit. They got album Flux that's going to be out. And what else here? Geddy Lee, The Lost Demos. I actually like Geddy Lee, My Favorite Headache, his solo album. So, okay. As a fan of Rush, as you see, I might check it out. If I see it, it's worth it's not highly priced. It's something to maybe keep interest in. The Mission, Neverland. That album came out in the 90s. Goth rock band, The Mission, I've talked about before on this channel. Wayne Hussey used to play in the Sisters of Mercy and also the bassist too in The Mission. Craig Adams. I saw him live, put on a great show. And this album's not bad, Neverland. I've listened to it. It's an alright release, not one of my favorite albums from The Mission, but it is something that, again, if I see it, you know what? Why not? I might purchase it. My thing is, I'm probably not going to go on Record Store Day. I might reach out to some people I know, like Discology in Reno. And I actually, might go to Rasmussen's and Campbell as well. Like, there's places I usually will go after because I don't want to wait in line. I know Rasmussen's and Campbell, they have this thing where it's like you have to wait in line. You can look through the bin. You get one. You get out. Then you have to go back in the line if you want to try to check something else because you only get one pick when you're in line and you look through the bin. Then you got to go. Not worth it to me. And I don't want to have to drive and wait. And, also all those people, I'm dealing with some yahoos. You just never know. But Discology, I was lucky because it was after Record Store Day that I had gone up to Reno to visit my grandfather. And I was able to get, because no one purchased this on Record Store Day, which shocked me because it's such a great release. The Sisters of Mercy, Walk Away, Poison Door, On the Wire. This album right here. It was their EPs, 2 EPs that were put together. And the songs, like I just listed there, Walk Away is a great song. So I was super excited to get this. And it's on a blue variant, so I got that. And then I wanted to show this one because, hey, I didn't get it on Record Store Day, but Wax Trax Records, they decided to press more copies of Cooler Than Jesus by My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. And I think they had made it was like a special variant deal for Record Store Day, But then they started printing some other copies of it, and it was also on a colored vinyl. And I said, oh, that's cool. So some labels will actually do that, right? After record store day, they will say, hey, we see there's a demand. We don't want people to get scammed by those douches on eBay trying to jack up the prices, right? Because people will do that. They don't even want the albums on record store day. They will just go and buy a freaking, they'll just buy an album to go and sell it, right? It's like a business, right? I'm going to go buy some record store day releases, and I'm going to go online and try to find some sucker to pay double the price. It's ridiculous. So I was lucky that Wax Trax was willing to later on, because I wanted it, couldn't because they'd all sold out. And when I asked people, it's like, yeah, same Witchfinder General. I remember I asked David Discology, hey, do you have the Witchfinder General record store day release? And he said, that sold out right away. Somebody came and got that, so darn it. Motorhead Lost Tapes, Volume 6, live in Berlin, 1992. It's going to be a 2 LP. Saxon Wheels of Steel, 45th Anniversary Edition. Again, I'm just going through the stuff that catches my mind. There's a lot of stuff on here like Shakira, Live from Paris. I'm pretty sure people watching this video, they don't give a damn about Shakira Live from Paris. Snoop Dogg, the Jamaica episode. What is that, where he just smokes weed? It's just an album of him talking and smoking weed in Jamaica? I honestly don't know. Yeah, that was about it. Saxon was the only thing that caught my eye on this. Well, the Ramones, if you're a fan, they have Loco Live. Ugh, Lou Reed machine metal music, or metal machine music. Oh, that's stupid. Ugh, Lou Reed, no offense. I'm not a Lou Reed fan. And it's not just because of Metallica Lou Reed, other than that, I just, no. No thanks. Anyway, Sting. Gee. Oh boy, was this an album of him complaining about the rainforest situation, or God, what else is it? I don't want to know. Taylor Swift too. Her fans actually buy well, her fans are like little girls, aren't they? They buy records, maybe, Well, her fans are little girls, women that haven't grown up, and guys that have the mentality of a little girl. Which, I'm sorry to all the Taylor Swift fans out there. I don't get it. And I hate seeing her whenever you're watching a football game. She just pops up on the screen. That's why I don't really like watching football, because Taylor Swift she's everywhere, and she's annoying. I'm sorry. She's just a nuisance to humanity. Terrorizer, World Downfall is on here. But I think Earache will hopefully, again, if people aren't able to get the Earache release of Terrorizer, World Downfall on record store day, I hope the labels press more after. So there you go on that. Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak, it's an alternative version. It's going to be put out through Mercury Records. Okay. Hey, no, that's cool. It's a good album, Jailbreak. So, T-Rex. The Bolan B-sides. I do like T-Rex. Mark Bolan, talented artist. Electric Warrior, that's a great album. And Dandy in the Underworld. Really like that too. Yeah, I like good, just classic rock and roll. Mark Bolan, talented musician, man. Great songwriter. Yeah, the last page, nothing really caught my attention here. They have Young Thug, Barter 6, and then Young Blood. When we die, can we still get high? No. When you're dead, you're dead. So that's stupid as hell. And then the Wombats. I feel like I've heard that name before. And then Wall of Voodoo. They have that song, Mexican Radio. But other than that, I couldn't name you any other of their tracks. And Wang Chung, Everybody Have Fun Tonight. That's like their only song. It's like a one-hit wonder. What's this way? It's just going to be an album of that? Okay. And then Eddie Vedder. Oh, another, again, like Lou Reed, another artist I just can't stand. The voices suck. The music sucks. Ugh, Pearl Jam. If you like Pearl Jam, hey, man, good for you. I cannot stand them. But anyway, that's the list for Record Store Day. If there's an album that I missed that you'd like to talk about or bring up and say, hey, because I might be something I had missed going through that list, let me know in the comments below. Or also, if you are interested in something I brought up, tell me, because there are some releases on that list that if I have the chance to buy them when I go somewhere and I see it that didn't sell on Record Store Day, all right, I'm going to do that. So yeah, maybe another video in the future here, you see me talking about it. I feel like though for some of these, they're definitely going to sell on Record Store Day. Like I'm pretty sure if you're at a Record Store Day, you're a fan of extreme metal music, and you see DSI Once Upon a Cross, the 30th anniversary edition, you don't have it, get that one. But if you see freaking Lou Reed Metal Machine music, just let the hipster near you get that, because they'll get it. They'll go home. They might listen to it once when they're eating their vegan bagels and their whatever and watching their freaking I don't even know what they watch. You know, freaking hipsters. They annoy the crap out of me. God, you go to the record store, they got their Fleetwood Mac. Shit, get that one on the Record Store Day release. But anyway, yeah, leave a comment below. You know, it's interesting to talk about Record Store Day. It's a day that, hey, it's cool that they do this. It's also great that we're going out supporting brick and mortar businesses. So that's a positive I've always looked at as Record Store Day. Sometimes do I feel like it's a little ridiculous that you only do so limited copies and people rush, and then people are taking copies and selling them online. That aspect kind of irks me a little, the greed aspect, because it should be about, hey, let's go buy music, enjoy what we enjoy. That's what it should always be about, right? Yeah, leave your comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm Rob the Metal Guy, signing off. Later.